Good morning. Today is Thursday, January 31st, 2019. I don't even know if you can hear me through that piece of paper, but I want to do this, right? I want like a real opening credit, like, "Brr, brr, brr, first cop." My name's Jeremy. Can you tell I got a good night's sleep? And this is my first cup of coffee and my nugget book. That's Nugget. She was my dog. Mm. Oh, this is such good coffee. It's an Italian dark roast that someone gave me for Christmas. Free coffee. I don't know what that's about. So, wow. What's going on, everybody? How are you, YouTube? Just a reminder for anybody that might be new to this show. We do this every weekday, 6:30 a.m. right here. And maybe you're even listening to this as a podcast. Maybe you don't see my face. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I try to keep my beard trimmed. My ridiculous facial expressions. So it's Thursday, which means there's a new episode of Martial Arts Radio, and today is about finding balance in your training, in your martial arts training, between safety and effectiveness. We often hear criticism in our world about that would never work on the street, or this person's not adequately prepared for a real life confrontation, yada, yada, yada. But we never hear anyone talking about, oh, well, that drill's not safe and safety, and we kind of just assume that, oh, because it's martial arts, we don't need to care about safety, which obviously is ridiculous, and I know that there are probably few to no instructors out there who feel that. But I offer up my thoughts on balancing those two concerns and when you might lean more to one direction than the other. Yeah. So you can find that here on YouTube. You can find it at whistlekickmartialartsradio.com, in the Whistlekick Martial Arts Radio app, or in any podcast feed, including Apple Podcasts. Check that out. Let me know what you think. So, it's cold and snowing again. I think. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
The current temperature in Moortown is -5.
-5. Yes, I have a few Google Homes. Here's a really cool thing. If you listen to music at your house or anywhere, if you listen to music from Spotify or YouTube, I don't know if it'll work. I don't think it works on YouTube. Maybe. I use it with Spotify. I have 4 Google Homes that I've ended up with via sales and gifts and whatever, and they're scattered around the home. And they're connected. I made a group for them. And it's like having a really cheap Sonos setup, because I can play the music to all 4 of them at the same time. Super cool. You might want to check that out. What else? That wasn't related to martial arts. Yeah, so it's cold. It's -5. I want to go back to bed. I just stay there until it's not -5, which will be a little while. I think we have a high of 10 today. Yeah, it's a cold winter. I'm not digging it. Doing some consulting today. Driving north, get some good time in the car. Unfortunately, I may have timed this wrong, and I might have to gas up today. I don't like standing outside when it's -5, pumping gas. Okay, what else? Coached CrossFit last night, and I coach CrossFit tomorrow night because some people are away on vacation, which means no Kempo again, which bums me out because this is like 3 weeks in a row that I haven't been able to go, and I miss those guys. But I think I can go the next weekend. No, I don't know why. I guess it's Friday night. To me, that's the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, here's what I'll talk about. So yesterday I had a meeting. I had a meeting with a friend who, when I think of people who are good at marketing, I consider myself pretty good. But it can sometimes be hard to look at your own situation, your own company, and get a good perspective. Sometimes you need outside thought, outside opinions. And I'm fortunate to know someone who I think is absolutely brilliant at marketing. She is the best I know. And she's offered me advice over the years, and honestly, I've offered her advice. She was a very long-term customer when I had the IT company, and I've been a long-term customer of her business. So we sat down, and what I really like about this woman, Amy, is she'll push. She won't let me immediately dismiss things, and yes, there's a martial arts tie in here, don't worry. She won't let me immediately dismiss things, and I left with several things to consider that could become action items, and several action items. I don't know why that light decided to just do that, but it is what it is. It's dark now. Yeah, so already made some changes behind the scenes. For example, we're doling out a one-time 20% off coupon when people join the newsletter list. We closed down the whistlekick report. There's some other things that I'm considering. Some of them around Instagram, because our Instagram page has been blowing up lately. Really cool. I want to give a shout out to Andrea, who manages that for us. She's crushing it. Yeah, so here's the tie. Here's the tie into martial arts. I don't care how good of a martial arts instructor you are. I don't care how good of a martial artist you are. You need someone looking at what you're doing. You need an instructor or a coach or a consultant or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be someone who is higher rank than you. I think we get bogged down in that. I will guarantee, because I have a skill in evaluating movement, that I could watch any martial artist and come up with some things for them to consider changing. They may not want to, but I bet you I could find something that would be helpful out of an aspect of their training. And once someone's been training or teaching for, 10 years, regardless of style, they can probably find something that warrants improvement. But the higher your rank, the longer you've been training, it seems like the less inclined we are to ask for help. One of the things that I love about everyone I train with is that they've come to me with varying degrees of humility and said, "How was that? What do you think?" Now, I don't train with people who are just, I train with martial artists who are great. Not all great at everything, but great at certain things. And why do I train with those people? It's not coincidence that they've sought out my opinion and they're humble as the reasons that I work with them, that I am their student. Not because they've asked my opinion, I don't care, but because they've asked someone's opinion. But because they're willing to admit that they're not perfect, they don't know everything, and there's room for improvement. It's that perpetual student mentality that I think is so crucial. And I think it's so sad that some of the best and most influential martial artists that I've seen don't have that. They're not willing to start something new. They're not willing to ask for help unless someone is officially superior to them in their own system. Well, guess what? If you're the top in the system, who's helping you? The person who has the most knowledge has the most opportunity to advance the body of knowledge. But the moment they take that mantle or crown or role, if they stop progressing, then so does the knowledge. And unfortunately, a lot of those folks seem to come with this attitude that someone can't be better than them, so they're not going to help any of their students get beyond them. So if you're watching this or listening to this, and you're the official person in charge at your school or in your system, and you don't have someone that you go to periodically to have critique you, to evaluate what you're doing, please do it. Please recognize that you are better to yourself, you're better to the martial arts community, you're better to your own students when you do that. Trust me, it's worth it. All right. That's what I got for you today. I hope you have a wonderful day. This sign does not work well when I hold it from the side. I will see you back here tomorrow at 6:30 on YouTube. My name is